Hi, welcome back to another really sunny day here. After a really good sunny week, we've had temperatures up in the 30s a couple of times, mostly in the high 20s, which is weather that a lot of these exotic plants, especially the palms, they really thrive in that weather. They really like the hot weather. We've had thunderstorms, overnight rain, so it's been a really good growing week for the garden. And it's still only May, last weekend of May, so we're not even in summer yet, so a really good start to the garden. So I'm going to do a tour now, tour around, let's have a look what's happening. So we'll start here with this yucca, some really big chunky flower spikes on that, so that'll flower soon. The acanthus is putting out some flowers, nice green exotic looking foliage on that, plenty of different growing points in there. Fatsy's had a big flush this year, but it's in the full sun, so not the best conditions for it. We've got some brunneras down here in the shade, and a couple of little spider plants that do come back in the winter, after the winter. They can survive under some mulch. A few different ones in here. They actually prefer to be in the sun when they're outside rather than the shade. We've got some more further up the garden. We've got these two miscanthus giganteus grasses here, which I hope are going to grow right up here this year, either side of the path. They've really kicked on since we've had this week or so of hot weather. The Princeps hybrid palm grew really well last year. It was his best growing season, so hopefully it can continue it this year. Nice. Can't really see how white it is underneath there. Nice big leaved heuchera, different colour foliage, and the volcano, which again grew its best year ever last year, so hopefully it can continue that. Bananas are starting to grow well now, getting torn in the wind though. That's one problem with bananas, especially in this spot here. Big leaf on that. We've got a couple of pups coming. These Fatsy's on it, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, so these are in sun at the moment. Normally in shade all day, so you get bigger leaves, greener. Couple of growing points on them. I've planted out my bird of paradise, Nikolai. Their new growing point, new frond coming. And then this time last week, this football about here. That's really doubled in size this week. Some nice little ferns and hostas in here. Very little slug damage so far in the hostas, all around the garden. A few flowers going up, foxgloves. They self-seed everywhere, the foxgloves, so I'll let a couple grow every year. Got any phoffias. Couple of little shrubs. 3 lilies coming here. Couple of little aeoniums in that I plant out. Those are planted in the ground, they'll be lifted in winter. They thrive outside in the ground. Huge flush on the Fatsy Polycarpa this year. Loads and loads of new growth. Sometimes it grows like this, a bit distorted. We've got some really nice full leaves here, and you can see how much it's flushed out. Standing and still coming as well, so some more coming. Same with the Fatsy variegata. Huge big flush on it. So I'm hoping that this goes up this year to the top of the fence. Maybe I can plant underneath it as well then. Tetrapanax loves this kind of weather. Can't really get to it, but you can see we've got some decent sized leaves on it already. Loads of new growing points, new leaves coming. Can't see any pups coming yet. Couple of trackies here. Backs of that leaf looking really silvery in the sun. So yeah, they'll thrive anyway. Got the big reducer in flower. Big leaves. Does well at this time of year because it prefers wet ground, and with a mulch the ground is pretty wet. There's me Booty rhodorata in here. It's got a new leaf and it's got another new frond coming. Hoping that'll do well this year. Getting a nice little trunk on it now. So yeah, it should be good. Hardy. Yeah, the name just gone. I'll leave that for now. Gunner actually getting swamped this year via the Judas tree just above it and all the echinops and stuff. A lot of flowers in this part. I do like a bit of flowers in garden. Got the Eucharostrata. I was going to move this up front, but I decided against it because I think it looks quite good in this spot. Likes it here. Xanthodecia, never flowers for me. Hopefully this year we'll get some flowers on it. Very rarely. I probably have one flower on it ever. Lots of bee action in garden. There's normally loads on this foxglove. Really nice flowers on that. Although you've got to be wary because they do spread. Hopefully this Camerops humilis will grow. It was damaged when I bought this last year. I got it for about a £5. We've got a green leaf coming and a new frond here, so that should be fine. Getting a bit more flowers as well. This trachea has flowered for the first time, and I think that these flowers are different to the other one over there. See, them flowers are a lot more orangey yellow, and these are light yellow greeny. So hopefully we have got a male and a female. I'm not sure, not 100% sure, so I'll have to see. Tetrapanax, another plant that likes wet conditions but will grow well at this time of year. It's already flowered. And another flower, delphinium, again attracting bees. But then, really nice blue purpley flower on that. See loads of different flower spikes. So it's one plant that were in the garden when I moved in. I've got another one over there, and I've just really do like that bit of flower, and it's got nice leaves on it as well. I like hardy begonia type leaves. Loads and loads of Nymphophia red hot poker come up this year, and I've never had this many before. So they're really nice bits of colour. One of my olive trees getting flowers on it. One's in the front garden, I've got that actually covered in flowers, starting to get olives on now. This growing nicely. See, there's quite a lot of flowers in this bit. I don't know if those are flowers or actual olives coming. Probably a flower buds that often into get pollinated and then turn into olives. All my palms in pots here. These booties all going pin 8 now, so I'm going to put some of these in ground next year. Got a big Phoenix Canarian, seems to be loving this weather, in the pot there. Snapdragon. Another bit of colour in garden. And a couple of palms in pots here, the queen palm littoralis. This leaf is starting to push now, and I've got a Brea armata. It's not looking very good. Might need a bit more water. These are some Eremerus desert candle, starting to flower now. This will flower all the way up to the top of here. Did have 3 flower spikes, but I don't know what happened to this one. And then we're starting to get some cannas coming through. There's a dahlia here. There's a ginger somewhere. Can't see it in a minute, but there's definitely a ginger coming through somewhere. There. We've got a ginger coming as well. Plenty of cannas. Hollyhocks, they'll grow massive, grow hibiscus type flowers on them. Got another olive tree here, really long new growth coming. That actually got a proper real olive on it last year for the first time ever. There's a few flowers on it. Got a few different things in the shade here. My Robellini that spear pulled hasn't started regrowing yet. Got another Robellini down here. I've got all my tropical palms under here, the Kentia palms, Parla palms. They all seem to be doing well. Begonia luxurians looked a bit damaged. Always does after winter, but once it starts growing, you get these nice big leaves. I think it should like it in this spot, a bit of dappled sun. You can see here most of the shades, so it should like it here. Got some huge leaves on the fats here, camouflage this year. Look at the size of them. Really huge leaves, big flush. So that looks good in that spot, nice shady spot. Bit of dappled sun at this time of day. The Washingtonia, which were overwintered outside, starting to push out this leaf now. Might be a bit too shady for it there. I might not have picked the best spot for that. Starting to get some grapes. So we'll hopefully get plenty of grapes on there this year. Some Echinopsis not quite in flower yet there. Blue flowers to go with the delphinium. Grapevine growing out. Some more of these Nymphophia. Beautiful flower. Again, another pollinator on that. Grows all the way. Will flower from bottom all the way to the top, and it'll change colour to the yellow from the orange. Jubea chilensis, fast becoming my favourite palm in garden. This leaf pushed out this year, it's got another one here and then another one there. Starting to get a thick trunk on it now. The strange thing, if you look at the leaf you can see how much this leaf twists. If you look from the bottom, it comes up here and then twists right round like that. A funny looking frond. Some nice allium flowers. Couple here. More lilies. With a thing that you've got to watch out for on the lilies. The lily beetle. So you've got to take them off. Squash them, get rid of them, because they will just eat the whole thing. You can see them, there's a few in here. Have to get down this later on. Oh, there's loads, absolutely loads of them. Another little Princeps hybrid. This is how they start off, really small, really slow growing, like the one down there. Suddenly it just goes bang and starts into full growth. I really like these ferns because they're spread about quite a lot. Don't know what type of fern they are. See, you've got loads in here. I like it in the sun and the light to spread. My biggest Camerop humilis in flower. Strangely enough though, there's no flowers on its back end here. For some reason, I don't know why. All the flowers at the front. So this is the more shady part. You can see with the more spider plants here, they've survived right around the side, but in the back where it's more shady, up to there they haven't. These ones haven't survived. They didn't survive last year, so they do really like the sun more to survive over winter. But yeah, these are just normal house plant spider plants. Give them a thick mulch in winter and they should come back for you. Again, all the way around here they've all survived. So yeah, nice sunny spot, a bit of mulch and they should come back for you. Flowers. Got a red hot lips salvia, it's just starting to flower now. Survived winter easy. This is a Tetrapanax rex. The other one in the garden is not a rex. So hopefully I'll get some really big leaves on this. See that the leaves are slightly different. Slightly more cut. But yeah, hopefully I get some good growth on that. Don't know what these orange flowers are. I've let them spread a bit. Look quite good. Quite nice little orange flowers. I like it going down into a pond, like a bit of water. Huge cardoon here. Just starting to get the flowers on. Bee magnets them, but absolutely huge plant. I took out some of the bottom leaves that die off to give a bit more light into there. Yeah, that's about 8 foot high. I've got another one over here. Phormiums are starting to flower now. Get really big flower spikes on them. Persicaria red dragon. A lot of people will cut them back. I don't bother normally. Got this little fern. Some years it grows, some years it don't. It's liked it this year. It must like the hot weather more. Really nice little fern that. A lot of times it goes into the ground and don't appear again. This is one of the first times I've ever got 2 leaves on it. It must like the hot weather. I think this track is finished flowering now. Loads of flowers in that. I mean, I can't even reach the top here. I'm 6'2", so that is 8 foot tall now. Really big palm. Big solid palm. Loads of flowers on it. And I'm noticing the birds taking the berries off the mound here as well. Nice bit of foliage here. Fats here. Sambucus. This is not growing very well. This yeah, I forgot the name of that as well. The Euphorbia mellifera in flower. These are the flower. These are the seed pods. You'll hear these later on in the summer. You hear these pop and you can hear the seeds fly everywhere. I mean, this is the main plant. That's self-seeded. That one over there is self-seeded. So this is how far these seeds go. They just will self-seed everywhere in your garden if you don't watch out. So yeah, you've got to be selective on them, otherwise you just get a garden full. This one here, that's self-seeded. Got another humilis here. I should just do just fine in that spot. Moving the campus up here. Just want fill this little bit of a gap in here. Some grasses, a few different things. This is my Phoenix canariensis that survived the winter outside, boxed in. And this, you can see it's pushing this new frond out. This is another new one. So yeah, I think they tend to do really well. If they survive a winter, they tend to, it's like they know that they've got away with it a bit. They shouldn't have really survived, so they tend to grow really well. So I'm hoping that this base gets a bit thicker this year. So yeah, that should do just fine. me Fatsia Polycarpa that I divided. This was 2 in a pot and I moved it. That's getting new growth on, so I'm glad that that survived. So I've got two plants or one there really. Big. This Gyroleptica tree that like goes into the next part of the garden, which is a more jungle part. Nice little runner down there. Persicaria, purple fantasy. Another cardoon, not quite as big as the other one. Just don't get as much sun back here. Nice fuchsia in flower. Actually quite like the shade, the fuchsias, which I didn't really know. This one is in full shade here and does quite well. The Paulonia. Normally I pollard it right down here so you get the huge leaves. Well, still quite big leaves, but not as big as what I normally get, because I've left it a lot higher this year because I want this big canopy. I want this to be a big canopy here this year. So not quite as big leaves, but still growing quite well. This Tetrapanax has just done beautiful this year. Look at the size of these. Huge flush. I mean, from here, all this is new this year, all new growth. Still flushing out new leaves, but I just look at the size of these. Absolutely beautiful leaves on that. Yeah, it's a great plant. Definitely want to get on one of these. Same with the loquat. Some pins look like the solitary bees are cutting bits of the leaf off. In fact, one that was just on it then. Don't mind the solitary bees, but yeah, look. This is the stem of the loquat, growing into a nice tree now. Melianthus gets cut down every year now. It never used to do. Now it gets cut down every year, so that's starting from scratch every year, but that will get to the top of the fence. This banana flowered last year, so that's dead. We've got plenty of pups. Plenty of banana pups coming up there, so that's good. This is where my main bananas were. So that just needs to get back to what it was. All the miscanthus grasses are coming. Another couple of red up pokers in here. This really nice big leaf hoster. Absolutely no damage from slugs at all on it. It's one benefit of the warm, hot weather, dry weather. The slugs don't like it. And I'm glad to say that me hardy begonia has come back, and there's loads of little pups off it as well, which is really good because I want this to spread around and I want to move it around the garden. Took a while to come back, but it has. Got these are actually little palms, cast iron plants. No, the name, I don't think the name's going to come to me. But yeah, really nice little palms them. Shade plants, nice little ground cover. Soft caress, new flush of growth. And this is Ficus elastica rubber plant, which I've last couple of years I've buried it in the pot. But I don't know why, but this year I've planted it in ground. I don't know, I was just on autopilot and I just planted it in ground. So I'm going to push that this year. I'm going to give it a little bit of winter cold, see what it can take, and then dig it up. But it's already started to push a couple of leaves out. Got a new leaf coming here. See how that does. Planted one of my Tetrapanax pups in here. Glad it's getting a new leaf on it. My fig tree, which I bought as a dwarf fig tree, wasn't supposed to get any higher than 4 foot, but which is now sitting at about 7 foot. Plenty of figs on it as well this year. And pretty big figs as well. Quite a few on that one. Quite like this this plant here. Nice little spreading. A name aspidistra come to mind, but that is what they are. Can't think what that is. This is my other Fatsia Polycarpa that I split from the other one. New growth coming, so that's good. We had a big flush on the tree fern. Huge fronds on this. Beautiful fronds. No more coming yet. This was a tiny plant when I put it in, but you can see now it's got nearly a foot of trunk on it. So they can be grown from virtually nothing to having a decent sized trunk on in England. Fat sea spider's web as well. Big flush on that. I wanted to grow higher, it never seems to grow any higher. Just seems to stay like that. And then this acacia dale barter. Survived winter absolutely no problem. Beautiful ferny leaves on it, and it's growing really fast. This is a real winner in the garden. That's nearly 10 foot tall now. Well above my head. So that's already, I think it's already flowered this year. Winter flowering plant. So yeah, that's one that I'd recommend anybody to get. Quite cheap. I got this for 30 quid and it was to about a year last year, and this is all new growth. Went back in the last year into this year. So yeah, that's acacia deal barter. Some little Mexican daisy down here, bit of more flower. Of a self-seeded euphorbia. And the Indian bean tree is growing now. Always needs to grow fast to beat the grass, because if the grass gets over it, it will not like it and it don't grow well. So this year I'm glad I didn't pollard it this year either. So I'm glad that it's growing higher than the grass. Catalpa. So yeah, hopefully get some good growth on that. Again, this one, if you pollard it, you get bigger leaves, but I haven't bothered this year. So these are the leaves from. Let's see if we can see it. That's the main plant there. You can see it's growing away. It's growing that way, away from the grass. So I don't mind that. So hopefully I can get up and above the grass this year. All my split palms that are not doing very well. Load of new spider plants that I got from the plant that I keep in the house. You see it's built to 41 degrees in here, 27 now. So yeah, I got all my all these coming back, pineapple lilies, all in this bed here. Never think they'll do well because it's quite shaded here, but they do. I'll be full later on in the year. Grapes, really loving it. They'll sprawl across this shed, but I think what I should have done was cut them back to here, because you can see we've got a lot of bare growth here. So I think the growth tends to come on the end of the plant. So what I'm going to do next year, I'm going to cut them right back to here, because I'd rather have this full of growth. I mean, it will come over from the top, but the grapes here all sit on the shed, which won't be good for them, so they need to hang down. So that's a lesson learnt for next year. But yeah, the grapes do really well actually. Survive every winter that I've ever had them. So yeah, that's a look round the garden. Fair play to anybody that's still watching. My videos are not the best. I'm not the best cameraman, I'm not the best speaker either. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.